Welcome to Brag Radio, which is all about being rich and generous. Every week, your host Kandas and best-selling author Larry Goins will show you how to be rich and generous by investing in real estate. Broadcasting around the world on the Brag Radio Network from the flagship station WBT in beautiful uptown Charlotte, here are your hosts, the rock stars of real estate, Kandas and Larry.
Hello, hello, hello. What's happening?
How are you?
I am excellent. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you. Good to be here, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Are you okay over there?
I feel, I don't know, I feel disorganized. I think it's because I didn't have my notepad today, and now I'm using a stranger's notepad.
I'm not sure really what's going on, but I could hear the music in here very loud, but I couldn't hear myself. Now I can hear my own self.
Well, look at that.
He's
got to hear
himself
himself.
now
He's got to hear himself. Diva.
Easy
Such
now.
a diva.
Easy now. So if you're just now joining us, this is Brag Radio Network, live from Uptown Charlotte.
The flagship station.
WBT, home of the Carolina Panthers.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
That's awesome. So this show is all about being rich and generous. We teach you how to invest in real estate, whether you want to be an active investor or a passive investor. And then we encourage you to go out and brag, be rich and generous. Not brag in the normal sense, but in our sense of be rich and generous. Right, Kandas?
That's right.
Exactly. So what are we going to talk about today? What did you plan for us today?
I didn't plan a thing.
Easy now.
I didn't. We come in here. Our best shows are when we don't plan. When we just come in here
From your mouth to God's ears.
and wing it.
From your mouth to God's
Anybody
ears.
that listens to the show should know by now.
You know, it's
we
funny.
wing it majority of the time.
It's funny. Frank, my cousin, told me the other day, he said, I'm listening to your show right now. And I was like in an airport somewhere,
Yeah.
you know. And he's like, I just got through listening to your show.
He downloaded it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said it was really funny. I said, well, I hope so, because we hardly ever plan it. You know, we talk maybe on the way to the station about what are we going to talk about this Saturday.
Right.
You know, so big news. You got a birthday coming up.
I do.
I know, right? In a few days.
Right.
Right. So
3 more
are you
days.
excited?
Well, I mean, I'm in my 30s now, so.
So it's not that big a
What you
deal
gonna do?
anymore. So what is Matthew? What is Matthew, a.k.a. Superman, your husband, going to get for you?
I don't know. He's got a tough job. The same thing happened at Christmas. I don't ask for anything.
He's got a tough job.
He does.
Now, wait a minute. Let's just let
He's got a tough
let's
job.
just let that sit out there for a little bit. He's got a tough
job.
job finding something for you for your birthday.
For
right?
anything. Valentine's Day, birthday, anniversary, which I usually forget. So that one he's kind of forgiven on. So Christmas.
So wait a minute. So if you forget, it's okay that he does.
Right. Even if he forgets, it's okay because I barely remember.
Now, Chad, who's the diva now?
Exactly.
No, I don't make a big deal if he forgets now of our anniversary, but my birthday, yeah, he can't forget my birthday.
No.
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 But I don't ask for stuff. So he does have a tough job to surprise me with anything because I don't really want anything.
Oh, well, that's a good response.
Yeah.
I don't really want anything.
I don't.
Good. Matt, I hope you're listening. You got 3 days, buddy. Good luck with that. Right?
He tried for you.
That is funny. It's like whenever I got engaged to my wife, Pam, you know, people would say, "Oh, that's a nice ring." I'm like, "Yeah, I bought houses cheaper than that ring." But see, they didn't know I bought houses for $2,000 or $3,000 at the time. I bought houses cheaper than that ring.
You don't have to throw the second part in. Just let it hang.
I
Just
know,
let
right?
it simmer, yeah. Like, man, wow.
Wow.
Anyway, this show
That's
is about
really
real
nice.
estate. Hey, we've got something new. Did you know that I got the text brag to get your kit working?
Get out of here.
No, I did.
He must be listening. There's Matthew right now.
I'm not answering
He
the
must be
phone.
listening. He's calling you.
I'm not going to answer that. We're going to let that one go to voicemail.
I want to answer it. Bring me your phone. Let me
Stop.
see your phone.
You're not answering it. No. I'm gonna
Matthew,
send
we're
him-
live on the radio.
I'm sending him to voicemail. You can't talk to me right now.
Matthew, does he not know where you are right now,
He
Saturday
should.
afternoon?
He can track my phone. He should know exactly where I am.
He should. Wait a minute. He can track your phone?
Yes.
Will you add me to that list?
No.
Huh?
The two of you talk enough. I don't need you tracking my phone too.
Yeah, we were just talking earlier today.
Scares me.
Yeah. Worlds are colliding.
You have direct access to Mama and to Matt. This is
right?
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, so you better stay in line.
Mm-hmm.
You better stay in line. So one of the things I want to talk about today is we've got some HUD deals recently, right?
Yes, back up just a second. What I've gotten figured out, or what we've gotten set up.
What you've gotten?
What we've gotten set up.
Is that a word? Is that a word, Chad?
No.
You're a word. What we've gotten.
What we've gotten set up.
That sounds like your mama. Your mama, Candace's mom,
I can't.
works in our office.
This squirrel today, I swear.
No, but listen, this
Killing
is
me.
good. This is good. So Candace's mom works in our office. She's our accounting manager, okay? And which makes me a little nervous being Candace's
Whatever.
mom. I'm just kidding. So I'm the one that recommended she, try to hire her and bring her in. But anyway, so we're doing something where your girls were there.
Right.
And your mom comes in the room and you got to love her, okay?
She's
Your
very
mom
Southern. My mom's very Southern.
She's very Southern.
Salt of the earth Southern.
She comes in and the girls are in there drawing on the whiteboard or something. And your mom comes in there and says, "Girls, are y'all behaving?" I'm like, "What?"
But they knew what it meant. And what did they say? Yes, ma'am.
No, wait a minute. I got it wrong. She said, "Are you girls being have?" That's what she said. Are you girls being have?
She's Southern. What can
I'm
I
like,
say?
what is that about? Being have?
Minding your manners. Not getting into trouble.
See, I've heard behaving before, but I've never heard being have. Are you being have?
She was.
Did you
she
hear
means
that?
it too.
Did you hear that when you were growing up?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to get a switch.
Yes, I heard that too.
I'll bet so. So what did you say we wanted to talk about?
I just wanted to mention, now that we're almost done with this whole first segment, that we now have text brag to a phone number to get the digital investors kit.
Well, let's hear it.
Now, why anybody would not want to call the number and talk to me is beyond me, because we have a lot of fun on the phone whenever you call, most of the time, if you are chatty. If you're not, I just help you out and then you go on your way. But
you go on your way. I'm going to send you on your way.
They're like, okay,
Get
that's
you
good, and
investor
then
kit.
they're done. Some
All right,
people
are we
want
done
to talk
here?
to me, but other people will just want the kit. Anyway, if you text brag, the letters BRAG to 803-897-6063, we've got somebody that is manning that number. They'll get some information from you and get the digital investors kit sent out to you. The sad part about that is you won't get to talk to me. But if that's okay with you, then you go right ahead and text your heart out.
So you text brag to what's the number again?
803-897-6063. And it's just the letters BRAG. That's all you got to send.
So once they do that, then what happens? They get a response, and it gives
Yep.
them a link to get a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Free stuff. What kind of free stuff do they get?
They get the real estate day trader book, the HUD Homes half off book, the Filthy Riches information, ultimate buying machine information, some asset protection and entity structuring information, and I think some other HUD stuff. There's a bunch of stuff in the kit that is loaded into that, but it does start a conversation with one of our guys, and they will, you text brag, BRAG, to that number. They'll ask you for your first and last name. They'll ask you for the email you want it sent to, and then they'll ask if it's all right if we follow up with you in about a week or so, just to make sure you got the material, see how it's working for you, if there's anything else we can do for you.
They can do an office tour too, right?
Yeah, you sure can. Now, to set up the office tour, you do still need to call me, because I got to make sure I have somebody there for you to take you around and introduce you to everybody. And that is the 877-LARRY-GO number. 877-LARRY-GO will get you the physical kit if you can come by and pick it up and take a tour for it.
And if you do happen to come by, you might see Candace, you might see myself, unless we're traveling, and you'll see our deals on the board.
Yeah.
We've got 12 or 14 deals on the board right now. We can show you how we got them, how much we're paying for them, how much we're selling them for, and all that good stuff. And if you want to get started in real estate, we'll help you with that as well.
Same thing about our students. We got a lot of student testimonials up on the wall, too. So you guys either text Bragg to 803-897-6063 or give me a call at 877-LARRY-GO. We'll get it squared away for you for that investor's kit. We'll be right back. And we're back.
What's happening? How are you doing?
Bragg Radio,
All
investing
you braggers out there.
in real estate to be rich and generous.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an event coming up. We didn't talk about that in the first segment.
Okay, go ahead.
So 877-LARRY-GO, or you can give a call to just our regular office number, send an email to info@Bragg Radio. We've got a Charlotte event coming February 16, 17, and 18. Right here.
Right here, right now.
Right here in a couple weeks.
That'd be a good Van Halen song. Right now.
It would be, wouldn't it?
All right, so
Recent deals.
Recent deals. We just got a HUD house last week. We actually got 2 HUD houses last week, I believe. But, you know, we're big on HUD. In fact, whenever you text Bragg to that phone number, 803-897-6063, you will get a copy of the HUD Homes Half Off book, the Real Estate Day Trading In book, how to buy and sell a house the same day using the internet. But they're available wherever books are sold, but you can get them for free by doing that. But anyway, we are buying a lot of HUD houses, and we're now buying HUD houses in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. And we just got one of the HUD houses we got recently I want to share with you. In fact, I don't know a ton of details about it, but all I know is...
Which one?
It's a nice house. It's a nice house. It's a brick house.
It's come to be expected now. I do
that every time.
Every time.
Every time. At least I'm consistent. Right? So I'm pulling it up right now to take a look at it and see. It is a nice brick house. And let me see here.
Which one?
It's in, I don't know. It's in Dillon, South Carolina or somewhere. I don't know. I've sent
out several EMD checks this week for houses.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so I don't
good.
know which one you're talking about.
That's good. It's one it's in Bishopville, not Dillon, but it's
okay.
in Bishopville. And this house, check this out, guys. This house is listed for $72,000. All right? $72,000. And it's a brick house, got a double garage, and what else? It's got a double garage, and let's see, it's got a fireplace. It's got the kitchen's in great shape, got granite countertops and tile floors in the dining room, some built-ins. I'm scrolling, looking through the pictures right now. And what do you think we picked this house up for? Well, you already know. You already know. So this house is
$3 million.
It won't be fair if I answer.
$1,298, right?
I'm gonna say what was the list price?
The list price is $72,000, and we picked this house up $72,100 actually. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,900 square feet house on 1 acre of land in Bishopsville.
In what?
In
where?
Bishopville. Bishopsville. And we got it for $39,000. $39,000.
39, I thought it was 36.
That's 54% of list right now in today's market. Right now in today's market. It might be, let me look back. But I'm pretty sure it's 39. Yes, 39. We got it for $39,540. Right? That was our bid. And I was so excited that I texted Andrea back. She had texted me. I just told Kandas about this. She had messaged me. We got another HUD house, $39,540, and she sent me the link. So here's my response. I like it so far. I can't even say it. I like it so far. I got elations.
That's what speech to text will do for you.
I like it so
elations. It's
far.
like,
I got elations.
what kind of
So-
what kind of feeling
so-
is that? Is that
So
that's
I'm-
major
listen,
goosebumps right there.
I'm in the car. I'm in the car, and I'm like, what the heck did I just say to her? Wait a minute. I got elations. What the heck is that? And then I'm like, I'm starting to respond back to her. I meant to say, and I can't even figure out what I meant to say. So now it makes me look that much more weird. And I finally figured out I was trying to say,
She's used to
listen, I was trying to say congratulations instead of I got elations.
Speech to text.
Oh,
Speech to text.
At least she's got a good sense of humor. And so does her husband.
Yeah, right?
Right? I know, right? But anyway, so we picked it up for $39,540. Now, think about this, guys. She told me it has an after-repaired value of around $110, right? So I'm going to show you how to run the numbers right quick, okay? So you take the after-repaired value, ARV, okay? ARV, or after-repaired value. You take that number times 0.7. Jot this down unless you're driving, okay?
If you're driving, email me at info@bragradio.com and I can help you out.
There you go. So you take ARV, which on this one is 110,000 times 0.7. Now, 110 times 0.7 is $77,000, right? Now you take $1,000. You take $77,000. That's a good looking house, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Lynn?
So
Did you pull it up?
for $39,000, can you believe that? That's a steal. So anyway, you take ARV 110 times 0.7, which is 77,000. You minus out the repairs, okay? She told me this one may need a little bit of electric work, HVAC, but it's in pretty good shape, right? So let's say it needs, I don't know, let's say it needs 15 in work, okay? Now, 77 minus 15, now we're down to 67, now we're down to 62, right? And we picked it up for 39, even if it needs 20 in work, right? Now we're down to 57.
Yeah.
So we got it for 39. We could wholesale this house for 57. The person who's going to buy it from us is going to put $20,000 in work into it, and it doesn't need $20,000 based on the looks of it.
It looks
right?
like it needs paint and carpet and
Paint,
a little
carpet,
bit of updating.
HVAC, and a little bit of electrical work, right?
A little bit of updating, but that's just cosmetic stuff.
Yeah. It's lipstick.
Yeah.
Lipstick, right? It's got good bones, like they say,
Got
right?
good bones. Got good bones.
That's good. So think about this. A person could buy this house from us for 50. I think actually we're probably going to list it for less than that. She said we would probably list it for $49,900. But we're still going to make $10,000 on it.
And
right?
we shouldn't sit on it at all. This should be a day trade deal.
No. We should be able
This
to.
should be a day trade deal.
Now, what is a day trade deal? Tell them
Where
that.
we buy and sell same day. We'll line up our closing in the morning. We'll have our buyer come in and pick it up from us that afternoon.
That's right.
Right.
It's a wholesale deal. We call it real estate day trading. And we're going to buy it at 10 o'clock and sell it at 10:30 as an example, like Kandas just mentioned, the same day. So our goal is to have is that a garage? A
This
detached
right
garage?
Here, this is a cover.
A carport?
Or like
it's got a
car
double
cover.
garage plus a carport, right?
And a little out.
I'm sorry, I
I
get
don't
off
want to
on
say
a
an
tangent.
outhouse, but like an outbuilding.
It's not an outhouse. Come on, Kandas. An outhouse.
There's an HVAC
Yeah,
unit
get
there.
you fix and flip. It's got two bathrooms
we need
inside
a
and one out.
Why do we need an HVAC unit? There's an HVAC unit hooked up.
That's okay. I saw there was one there. It's already there. It probably just needs repair.
There's the garage. That looks
But anyway,
good.
you take ARV times 0.7. We're down to 77. If you put 20 in work, you're down to 57. And we got it for $39,000.
Great little deal.
I know, right? I love it.
Beautiful
love it.
house
And guys,
for somebody.
These are the kind of deals that we get all the time. This is not anything really special. I know we're making a big deal out of this.
It's just
but
the latest one.
It's just the most. It was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was just yesterday. So I'm really excited about this deal as well as many of the other ones. We just sold a house in Hope Mills.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where Hope Mills is. I think it's out near the beach somewhere.
It is. It's kind of far away.
I've never seen it, never set eyes on it, but we bought it for $112, and we sold it for $126. Right?
Yep.
We made $14,000 on it and never saw it, never touched it, or anything. Right?
How long do we hold it?
2 days.
That's what I was thinking. 2
days.
or 3 days.
2 days. That's it.
Love
That's
some
it.
day trading. You guys give me a call, 877-LARRY-GO, and I can get you the book that tells you all about how to day trade real estate. Also included in that is how to buy from HUD, which is where a lot of our deals come from. 877-LARRY-GO, or text the word BRAG, B-R-A-G, to 803-897-6063. We'll be right back. And we're back to the Brag Radio. Chad's trying to give me all kinds of signals over there because I'm just out of the loop today for some reason.
What's happening? What's happening? How are you doing? So, Candace, you got a new phone, right?
Well, no, not exactly. It is a temporary phone that the insurance for my phone carrier sent me because my screen shattered.
It's like when you wreck your car, you get a loaner.
Kind of.
With the
They
phone?
said, yeah.
I'm confused.
Kind of. I mean, I did a claim. They sent me this phone, told me to keep it until I decided on the next phone I want.
You know, that kind of sounds like what my wife's going through with cars right now.
Well, this is my first one. She's on what? I'm just kidding. Hope you're not listening, Pam.
My poor wife. I love her to death.
She's having a month, I tell you.
You know it's bad when you have to start out with, I love her to death, right?
She's having a bad month.
My poor wife wrecked her Suburban, and she loves her Suburban. She loves it. She ran into the back of somebody. She said she was grabbing something off of the seat from falling, and she looked up, and she ran into the back of somebody. It was her fault.
Well, it was a red light, and the person didn't go. And she looked over when the light turned green.
They went, and then they stopped when she looked
and they didn't go.
So she messed up the front end of her car, and so I took it to the shop, and, insurance taking care of it and all that, but I took it to the shop and went over and got her a rental, Enterprise. They'll pick you up. They did pick me up at the body shop. Anyway, are you telling me I'm taking too long with the story? So
Yes.
We have the loaner. She wrecks the loaner. Right?
She did. She called me at the office.
No, she was so tore up. So she wrecked the loaner or the rental car, and then they come to drop off the second rental car and pick up their other trashed rental car at like 11 o'clock at night. And then she runs through the yard, and so do they, picking it up. So the yard is tore up now. So now I got to find somebody to fix the yard, right?
Bless.
I know.
First world problems.
I love her to death, I'm telling you. I felt so bad for her.
I felt bad too. She called me and she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm having a heart attack right now. And now I was like, why are you calling me? Why aren't you calling
Why are you calling me?
What hospital do you need
Why
me
wouldn't
to
she
meet
call
you at?
me?
Call 911. No, I know why she didn't call you. But I was like, I didn't know anything had happened. I was like, what hospital? Where are you going? And she's like, no, not like that. So then we talked through it, but
It's not that bad, right?
It could have been worse. I just didn't know why
It
I
was
was
sad, though. It was sad.
If you're in the middle of a heart, don't call me. Call 911 first. Figure out where you're going, then call me and tell me where to meet you.
Exactly.
Anyway, so that was a HUD deal that happened just yesterday. Well, I know I've sent EMDs or earnest money deposit checks out for a few other deals this week.
Yeah.
You want to talk through some of those?
Oh, yeah. I want to talk
Yeah,
about...
this is a show about real estate.
We got we got two other deals under contract. I got to tell you this. This is really good. So we got two other deals under contract in Grifton, North Carolina. Now, I didn't even know there was a Grifton, North Carolina. Anybody ever heard of Grifton, North Carolina?
In this room, no.
So this is in Grifton, North Carolina. Guess where it is?
At the coast.
Grifton, North Carolina. So we got these two deals. They're brick houses back right side by side. One is 800 whatever address and 808 whatever address, and we're buying both of them for like $60,000-ish. Both of them, decent houses. They were
I think we renegotiated that. I think it's lower now.
Well, that's the story I'm
Oh,
going.
okay.
Okay, simmer down.
This
Don't
is
take
before.
my thunder. Don't take my thunder.
Spoiler alert.
See, all of this. See, what happens is.
All right, you finish the story.
What happens is, I'm in the level 10 meeting or the property meeting. And I'm like, okay, tell me, bottom line or whatever, because we go through all week. Well, we're gonna have to go back to the agents. We're gonna have to go back to the agents. So then we come here, and he's like, we're buying for $60,000 something. No, we're not. That is not. What So that's where I get mixed up. I forget
funny.
It's a whole story for you right
That's
now.
funny. Well,
It's labor pains for me.
so don't tell me about the baby. Just show me the labor pain. Don't tell me about the labor pains. Just show me the baby. See, you even got me confused. Don't tell me about the labor pains. Just show me the baby.
Don't
See,
show me
that
the
sounds
baby.
weird coming from you, right? From a female, right?
Hey, it's a
So-
pain. Some of these properties are a pain. I can
So-
relate.
So Troy in our office, one of our acquisition managers for North Carolina, he got it under contract. And guess what? These were inherited properties. So what's the first thing that tells you as an investor if someone inherited a property? First thing it tells me is they have nothing in it.
Right. They didn't pay me anything.
They
for
have
it.
nothing in it. So anything they get is profit.
That,
right?
but the only thing you've got to overcome is sometimes with inherited properties, there is an emotional attachment that they feel is a lot more valuable than the house itself. Sometimes.
Sometimes that's the case, but let me tell you something. When we die, our kids are just going to sell everything and get the cash. That's just the way it is.
Yours might.
That's the way it works, right? Now, let me tell you something. Pretty much all of them
Me
are,
being
right?
yours. Me being one of yours, yes, I'm going to encourage that. I'm just kidding. Kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait a second.
Kidding.
All right, so Dan, who is our sales guy, our asset manager, he disposes of the assets, right? He's our disposition manager or asset manager. So Dan and Troy went out to look at these properties. They went out to sign the properties. That's a term we use for putting out a bunch of signs to market the property, right?
Genius.
So we're getting a lot of calls, and they go out and they take a look at the property, and they take all these pictures, right? And they go in under the building or under the house, right? And they just reach their camera in as far as they can, the phone, and take a picture. And there's some I want to say pilings, but that's not right. But like footings and columns underneath to support the middle of the house. And some of them are just like 2 or 3 cinder blocks, and then a couple of 2x4s stacked on the top of each other. And they're not even touching the floor. Right?
When he told me that they just stuck their camera under there and took pictures, I gave him a hard time. Because, when Matt and I go look at properties, he's committed. Like, he crawls under the house, everywhere he can fit. He goes in the attics and everything. I was like, what's the matter? You're not as committed.
I know, right? Probably because it's not their money, right?
Well, maybe.
But anyway, so he took pictures, and there's like 2 or 3 of these little columns underneath there that either aren't touching, or there's like little 2x4s, and they don't even look like they're treated 2x4s. Some of them are touching, some of them aren't. So what Troy did, Troy contacted a local foundation company and sent them the pictures and said, look, without going out there and having to write up a whole engineering thing, can you take a look at this and tell me what it's going to take to go in there and stabilize everything, level it up? And because there were some areas in there that were unlevel, and that needed to be leveled. So
It's just from settlement.
yeah, but it wasn't that big a deal.
Right.
In my opinion, it wasn't that big a deal.
Right.
But if you get a structural engineer involved, they're going to make it a big deal, right?
Guaranteed. Either that
So-
or an inspector.
That's right. So Troy basically got this guy on the phone, and he said, for us to go in there and repair it correctly, right? Do all new footers, for the columns and do it upright. You're looking at anywhere from $15,000 to $40,000.
Right? Just depending once he gets in there.
So all Troy did was forward that over to the listing agent for them to forward it to the seller.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guess what? All that structural items, that becomes what's called a material fact.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody else that buys that property, it has to be disclosed, right? So they would much rather work with us, right? And just reduce the price and move on and close.
Didn't have to explain it away or
Right,
try to
right.
go through it with anybody else.
So right now, Troy is in the middle of negotiating that deal. I think he's already got it down to 50. He's trying to get it down to 40 for both properties. Right? Because only one of those properties has that problem. The other property doesn't. But the property that doesn't, it wasn't the nicer property anyway.
No, the nicer one is the one with the problem.
That's right. But now, listen, and I'm not trying to discount this thing, and say we're making a mountain out of a molehill. But I'm not trying to discount it, but there's places where the doors don't really close right.
It could be a bigger deal for our end buyer. So all we're trying to do is put everybody in the best situation possible.
Absolutely. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you what we're doing with that. And I'm going to tell you also how to protect yourself from losing your deposit money and show you what to do and how to do it.
877-LARRY-GO to get a copy of the books. 877-LARRY-GO. Text BRAG, B-R-A-G, to 803-897-6063 or email me at info@bragradio.com. I like this song. I don't want to say too much. There we go. Welcome back to Brag Radio. Investing with real estate to be rich and generous. Chad's jamming on this.
That's not the song.
I like
this
this
song. That's an intro.
Song.
That's not the song, is it, Chad?
This is the song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's the extended remix.
Oh, that's what I thought.
It was different.
It was different. I could tell. I could tell.
Anyway, so we went through a couple deals, and you told our peoples that you were going to tell them how to keep from losing their deposits.
Yes, whenever you're buying a property, okay, this is really cool because so many people just getting started, Kandas, they are so afraid of losing money. Right? They're so afraid of losing money.
That's a real
In fact,
fear.
The biggest fear, the reason people don't make offers is their biggest fear is, what if they take it? Now what do I do? Right? I'm going to lose money if I make a mistake. That's why we tell people, and you know this, Kandas, we tell people your first deal must be a home run.
It's got to be.
Your first deal needs to be a home run.
Yeah,
right?
If you get burned right out the gate, you're not going to want to do it again.
That's so true. There's so many people go out there and they try to go it alone or try to, do it on their own or get involved with the wrong people. And, it's just, they end up losing money and this real estate stuff doesn't work, but that's not true.
We hear stories about it all the time of people that really have a passion for real estate but have been burned on one, something about real estate, and they lose it or leave it for a while and then they decide to come back.
That is so true. And in a minute, I'm going to tell you about some of our Inner Circle students just this past week. Got some deals while they were right at our office.
I know, that was awesome.
It really was awesome. And the other thing, too, is, by having a mentor or a coach, somebody that can help you out, you got somebody that you can call on. But let's get back to not losing your deposit first, okay? I want to cover that. Now, when you make an offer on a property, all right, you're going to put up like a $500 deposit. That's what we typically put up on all of our deals, $500 deposit. Even if it's like an individual, you could do like a $100 deposit with an individual. But if it's a bank-owned property, whether it's a HUD or MLS or whatever, we're going to put up about $500.
And it's different from the earnest money.
That is the earnest money.
What about it's different from the earnest money. The, oh my gosh, due diligence fee.
Due diligence fee. Now, some states, right, have what's called a due diligence fee, which is in addition to the earnest money. The due diligence fee might be $100 or a couple $100 or whatever, but that gives you the right to have a due diligence period. Some states do that, some states don't, okay?
What do our states do?
So North Carolina has a due diligence fee, and South Carolina does not, okay? Now, so if you're just putting up your earnest money, okay? If you're putting up your earnest money, and let's say, now, first of all, let me back up. when you threw that wrench in
I'm
there
sorry.
about the due diligence
I'm
fee.
good about throwing wrenches.
You don't always have to do that, okay?
No,
you don't
not
always have
always.
to do that. You don't always have to pay it. Yeah, I don't want people to think, oh, I'm going to lose $500 every time. No.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not like that. Even like with HUD houses, there is no due diligence fee.
That's right.
Right? So, anyway, don't let that scare you.
Right.
However, if you put up earnest money and you have a 15-day due diligence period, once you take a look at the property, and if you decide, I need to get a better price, or it needs more work than I thought, or I need more time to try to resell it if you're wholesaling or day trading, then all you have to do is contact the seller or the listing agent or whoever, contact your agent and say, look, I need an extension on the due diligence period. And you always, always, always ask for twice of what you want.
Right.
If you have a 15-day inspection period and you need another 5 days, ask for 10 or 15, right?
Right. They'll meet you in the middle, if anything.
A lot of times they will. And then, not every time,
Right,
nothing works
time.
100% of the time, okay? But if you can ask for an extension, most of the time you are going to get about half because, like you said, they're going to meet you in the middle, right? Mm-hmm. So if it comes all the way down to your due diligence drop dead date, if you don't have the property sold, if you're nervous about it and you don't have the money to close on it, now, number one, we can help you find the money. We show you every single way to fund and close a deal, right?
That's right.
Doesn't even require your own credit. But if you're scared about it, all you got to do is cancel the contract and you get your deposit back.
Right.
Right? You get your EMD or earnest money deposit back. Right?
Right.
So you're able to get that back. Now, what else was it we were going to talk about? You mentioned a minute ago, or we were talking about a minute ago.
Were you going to go back to the due
Oh,
diligence?
the Inner Circle students.
That were there with their deals, yeah.
Man, we had Inner Circle students in our office this week. They come in for like 3 days, and
They're so much fun.
Just to get them jump started. We had people there from Massachusetts, from Orlando, Florida, from Kentucky, from Tennessee, from where else? Several other places. Texas. Anyway, so we have people there from all over, and they're spending 3 days in the office setting up their business, setting up their systems and processes.
This is actual implementation.
Yeah, this is not education. This is implementation.
No, I told somebody on the phone this past week, too, they were talking about the Inner Circle, and I told them that they've gotten education. They get education from us all the time. This is actual business implementation to get off the ground and running or to scale, either or. We do both when people are in the office, depending on what their need is.
That's so true. We have people that call up the office or come by or whatever, and they'll say, I've bought course after course after course and been to seminar after seminar after seminar, and I've never bought a house yet.
Yeah.
And my standard response is, it's time to stop buying courses and start buying houses, right? You've got the education, but where's the application?
Right.
Or implementation? So anyway, they were in there making offers, and they were ringing the bell. Like every 15 minutes, somebody was ringing the bell. And we actually had 2 people that got houses under contract yesterday.
While they were there. That's
Not
right.
yesterday, but Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was awesome. I loved it. And they're thrilled. They're thrilled. Now, one of the guys, I got to tell you, is after I looked at it, I killed the deal for him. I said, look, you may be able to make money on this, but it's going to be tough because of this, and this, right? It needed more work than
Is that
you
the
thought.
one that they were going to sit on for a little while, probably?
Yeah. He said, what if I just sit on this house for a little bit? I rent it out. I said, well, based on what you told me, where you are, where you want to be, and what you have to work with, that's not our model.
With the vision, yeah.
Right?
It doesn't
with
fit.
With the vision and what you want to do and your goals and your plans, you can sit on it and you can pay cash for it.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do for your next deal? Well, I'm stuck until I sell it.
Right.
Of course. That's why we created this other plan, so you won't be stuck, right? So don't sit on it. Don't even buy it. Wait till you have another property that you can sell right away.
Right.
And I told them all, I said, you run all your deals by me before you sign anything.
That's part of the Inner Circle.
You run all your deals by me before you sign anything. And we have a 3-day event coming up, don't we?
Right. February 16th, 17th, and 18th right here in Charlotte. It's just a couple weeks away. And you learn everything. All the models that we teach, you go into sometimes granular detail on how to do this and with each and every way to do it, how to fund, how to find, how to sell, everything. And I think that we've still got some seats available. I haven't gotten a report on how many we have. I won't get that till Monday. But if you guys are interested in the 3-day, Larry Goins Live is the website to find more information out about that. Or you can call 877-LARRY-GO, and I can tell you. You can email in to info@bragradio.com, or, like I said, check out the website at LarryGoinsLive.com.
LarryGoinsLive.com, right?
I forget
there's
that thing
Chad.
is there.
What's up? So, LarryGoinsLive.com. And,
about the 3-day.
And guess what? I've got over 600 slides. 600. Actually, it's over 650 slides, right? It's over 650 slides for my 3-day event. And listen, we're not even going to charge you for the event. We'll charge you a $97 refundable seat reservation, right?
Yep.
So call Kandas right now and get signed up.
877-LARRY-GO. We can take care of the 3-day registration, get you scheduled for an office tour to come by and pick up the physical investor's kit or the digital if you don't want to text. But if you do want to text, send that text to of BRAG to 803-897-6063, and we'll get the digital kit out to you. We'll see you guys.
That's going to wrap up today's Brag Radio, leading the world to be rich and generous. Make sure to go to bragradio.com. Tune in every Saturday for Brag Radio, leading the world to be rich and generous. Larry and Kandas will show you how to invest in real estate and the many ways real estate creates the ideal investment here on News 1110 99.3 WBT.